Greetings, Asian and Pacific Islander American Scholarship Fund and Gates Millennium Scholars, recipients, and alumni. I'd like to welcome you to the Asian and Pacific Islander American Leadership Skills Spotlight. My name is Penny Samaya, and I serve as Director of Life Skills at the University of Pittsburgh Athletic Department. As Director of Life Skills, I assist in overseeing programs to help prepare our student athletes for success while they're in college and for life after college. Part of these skill sets that we work on our student athletes with is leadership. Part of today's program is going to be focused on public speaking. Public speaking is a very important skill set when it comes to leadership because we believe that leadership is influence. One of the most influential ways you can get through to somebody is through words. So today's workshop will focus on defining public speaking, how you can foster and enhance your public speaking, and finally, we'll help to provide you with resources so that you can enhance your own public speaking skills. So breaking it down to public speaking, well, public speaking is a tool or a skill that you can utilize to become an effective leader. That's a key point here, folks. What we want to do is to provide you with the skill so you can become an effective leader. So how can you master or effectively work on your public speaking? Well, I had a few points I wanted to talk to you about. First off, your position. Now, when being asked to speak publicly or you know it's a project, know what your position is. What do I mean by that? Well, are you a master's of ceremony? Will you be giving a bridesmaid or best man's toast? Will you be speaking at a graduation ceremony? Know your position. Or are you going to be handing out an awards at a banquet? You need to know that first and foremost. Secondly, your audience. Who are you going to be speaking to? Who's going to be sitting in those chairs? Third, your venue and time. Venue meaning location. Where is it going to be? Is it going to be in a banquet hall? Is it going to be in a church? Is it going to be outdoors? Is it going to be indoors? That can be very important for those of you that are not used to being in an open air or used to being standing on stage in front of a podium. Also the time. Know how much time you have to speak. That will help you in your prep work in order to speak. Next, content. Content is very important. You need to know what you got to talk about, right? So in order for you to know what you're going to speak about, you first need to become very confident and become the expert at what you're going to talk about. Your content's important. You cannot have anyone second guess whether or not you're speaking on something that you're unsure about. Next phase, memorize. Memorize your points, all right? This is very important. You do not want to be standing on stage or speaking at a podium with a list of items or a computer out and speaking from that. You want to memorize all the points that you want to cover and make so that you can, again, focus on what's more important, which is your content. Next phase, practice, practice, and practice. Again, I work in sports, so we like to utilize the philosophies of the sports background. You practice so they become habits, those habits become skills, and then those skills become instincts. Practicing in front of a mirror is very important because one, it'll allow you to see how you appear, what you look like, your facial expressions, how you feel looking out is totally different from how you feel looking at. So practice in front of the mirrors, practice in front of somebody who can give you feedback. Next, appearance. You never, ever want to walk into a place and not appear that you fit in. For example, if you're going to be speaking at a graduation or you're going to be speaking at a banquet, you don't want to come in there with flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt. You want to make sure you're dressed for the occasion and that you are dressed for the weather as well. Again, knowing the venue, if it's outdoors and indoors, know whether or not the temperature is going to be right, whether or not you're a person who tends to get hot faster or get cold faster. Dress for the occasion. So, my final points I want to cover with you are the points of the day of. What are some of the key points you should be thinking of the day of your speaking engagement? Well, one, note. Again, I told you to memorize your speech, but a great thing to do is to write down on index cards or one regular sheet of paper just key points that can help you with the flow of your public speaking engagement. Next, water. You're speaking, your throat's going to be dry, your mouth's going to be dry. You want to make sure you have something to drink prior and during your engagement. Next, check the equipment. Now, this is typically the responsibility of the venue, but it's also good for you to test the equipment to know whether or not you should be speaking higher or lower according to the equipment. And last but not least, eye contact. Now, this is kind of particular based on the venue. If you're standing in a spotlight, chances are you can't see anyone's face. But the point of eye contact is that you're not focusing on just any specific individuals, but your eyes are going throughout the crowd, thus giving the audience the feel of being totally engaged. So those are my points on public speaking and how to be an effective public speaker in order for you to become an influential leader. Again, my name is Penny Samaya. I'd like to thank you for watching our video blog on leadership. Have a great day.